Hello, everybody. This is your host, Mick. And today, for the next episode of Clone Calamity, we have the Voyager from Walrus Audio, the V2 version. So, as directly described by them within their manual, the Voyager Mark II contains all the mythical magic from the original and adds a wealth of features not seen before in a Klon style pedal. Use the mid and frequency knobs together to create your own unique sound and activate with the mid stomp switch. Try with all 5 modes and see what becomes your new sound. Reading. Anyways, so one unique feature of this is that, like they said, they have the mid stomp switch here where you actually can sculpt what type of clipping the mid does and what exact frequency it is, so you're not stuck at that exact 1 kilohertz mid hump that the Klon is well known for, along with the multiple different modes here that allows you to actually change the style of clipping. Very nice. But you have your volume, tone, gain, mid, and frequency, and mode here with the normal bypass and mid switch. Good job. So the original tone before anything was just a calm down, was a normal stab on my microKORG 2. Pretty neat. So I'm going to go ahead and get this latched. If I go in... There we go. And we're going to go ahead and start going through the knobs. So first we're going to start with the mid. And starting at mode 1. Classic 1N34A germanium diodes, most compressed. This is the original Voyager sound. So I'm gonna roll everything just on this one here. As for the sake of time, it will take up a lot. So we're gonna go and roll everything, and then we're gonna go through all 5 modes rolling it, and then I'm gonna stay on one mode and then do the mid frequency. And we'll just do it all. Just again, there's timestamps, but this knob part will be in order. So I was going over all the knobs there, a little bit more in depth, just because there is a lot more options on this. Let's go ahead and see if we can find some noise. I would say most likely to get noise is if I put everything, like I said, if the mid is a hump going up highest frequency, and then just boost everything here. Okay, there is some noise there, but it is extremely minimal. Yeah, with the mid switch off, there was nothing there. So let's try with the different modes here. Yeah, I'm really not picking up anything. This is actually a very not too noisy pedal. Nice. We're going to go ahead and get a different tone going, and we're going to do some playing, then we'll get into the points. So that was playing the original tone, which as you can tell is a very subtle modification here. Anyways, before I get into anything else, I do have to mention that this channel is sponsored by Clone. They are a small family-run business out of California and have a very responsive staff with over 700 positive reviews last time I checked. I was a customer of theirs before they decided to sponsor me, and I do still thank them for that, but because they are smaller, they have a much more responsive staff and a lot more boutique items that you are able to find. I highly recommend that you go out and check them out and tell them that Vic sent you, as it is appreciated. Support small businesses. And with that, back to the video. So the construction is actually very nice. The knobs are metal. It has very good barbell style grips on them, which I can really appreciate. And the DC jack is, however, the recessed style, so not my super preferred one, but this is a very well built machine here. I like this. This is very nice. The only change I would do, like I said, is just do a actual non-PCB mounted DC jack. But I'll give it a 4.9 out of 5, as this ticks mostly all the boxes I would prefer in terms of a pedal. For the sound itself, it gives so much that you're able to actually tweak with 5 different modes and a dedicated frequency knob for the middle, which is actually very good. And with a lot of the modes, actually able to have a bass boost within it, which is known to be a decent thing, as the Klon does usually cut bass, unfortunately. The whole thing I can put about it is that this is actually a very nice one, so I will give a final sound, let's say a 4.7 out of 5. The only other things I would add is, honestly, even without the clipping that does it, let's just give an extra knob just for bass itself, and that would help out there, at least in my opinion, so you can go and tweak how much actual bass boost you do want. And then it will be pretty much as many improvements as I would think is necessary for the average Klon pedal. But overall, very nice. So let's go ahead and put the final score right at 4.8824 out of 5. Great job. This once again been your host, Vic. Go ahead and like the video if you like the video, or just like the video to help me out, and go ahead and subscribe, as it does help out the channel. If you want to help support me on my journey with this, as this has cost me well over $10,000 at this point, and I'm not going to give a more formal figure until the series is done, as it is by well over, it is extremely over $10,000. Please go ahead down to the description and find my store, and please buy some of my merchandise. No AI is involved within any of the merch, or if you don't want to get something for setting your money on fire, please just go and donate to me using the tip jar there. But if you have anyone that you know would like this type of series, or learn more about clones, synthesizers, or other things I am doing, as I am doing a lot of things in the background, please go ahead and share the video with them and encourage them to subscribe. It does help. But once again, this has been your host, Mick. Thanks for watching. Bye.